Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Before Rigathi Gachagua came out in public to complain that some individuals in Kenya Kwanza were mistreating him, there was no leader brave enough to come out in public to complain against the government. But it appears things are fast changing. About 1 week ago, we saw some ODM rebels who are currently working with Kenya Kwanza coming out in public to complain that the promises Ruto made to them are yet to be fulfilled. And now, Aisha Jumwa has also dropped a bombshell on Ruto's government. Nation, Gender Cabinet Secretary Ms. Aisha Jumwa has raised concern that Kilifi politicians allied to President William Ruto may have a hard time getting the support of the electorate, claiming that the region is being sidelined in terms of development. That's a CS in Ruto's government, giving a warning that these leaders supporting the government from Kilifi will find the ground very, very hostile for them. She goes on to say, speaking during the county dissemination for the government's fourth medium-term plan, 2023 to 2027 forum in Kilifi, Ms. Jumwa said it was unfortunate that the Kenya Kwanza leaders would have nothing to show to the electorate at the grassroots when questioned about what the government has in store for them in the next 4 years. Ms. Jumwa said the national government was also not clear on the allocations of the cashew nut and coconut crops that are of great economic value to the people of Kilifi. In addition, she said the national government has failed to consider dairy farming in Kilifi, where the county had the potential to produce milk for the commercial sector as well as the blue economy. Yes, that's Aisha Jumwa. And in summary, she's just trying to say Ruto's government has failed to deliver. I find it very interesting that those who are part of forming the government are castigating the government, saying the government has failed, while some opposition leaders who are still earning salaries courtesy to being Azimio leaders, they seem to be pressing the government anytime they get an opportunity. And one such leader is none other than Kakamega Governor Fernandez Barasa. If you listen to Barasa speak, he's always saying that Kakamega must be in government. And he has been having some nice words for Ruto's government. And not only Fernandez Barasa, but there are several Azimio leaders pressing the government. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand what all this means. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe in order not to miss our next analysis. Let's continue. Let me take this rare opportunity to congratulate Rigathi for starting an open rebellion against Ruto, because that open rebellion is now encouraging some other leaders in Kenya Kwanza to also complain. And that's very good for Kenya Kwanza's delivery, in that as leaders continue complaining, then William Ruto might ask himself, why are people complaining? And he may just start delivering on some of the promises he made. So let's congratulate Rigathi, even though he's a very divisive, arrogant politician not fit holding a public office. But on that front, let's congratulate him. Those who have been following me here can attest that I've always maintained that as time goes by, any leader supporting William Ruto will find the ground very hostile for them. And most of these leaders will either go silent or they'll make a U-turn on Ruto. They'll stop supporting him. Any leader who still has a future political ambition will most definitely not be seen or will not want to be seen supporting Ruto's government, because it's very clear Ruto is making them very, very unpopular on the ground. If you look at the mountain is also now waking up to this reality that Ruto is giving them a raw deal. He promised them he was going to form a government with them. And I'm sure that most Mount Kenya residents voted for William Ruto, thinking that he was going to uplift their economic levels. So they were very much optimistic of a William Ruto's presidency. In just under 2 years, a hoping majority are now coming to terms with the reality that Ruto lied to them. It's only a few who are still politically ignorant are the ones still supporting Ruto, all those who are still benefiting from Ruto's government. But for those who are seeing things outside of the box, they have now realized Ruto will not fulfill on the promises he made to them. So the ground is becoming very hostile for Ruto. And this hostility is also being influenced by his disagreement with Rigathi Gachagua. The more the disagreement with Rigathi Gachagua, the more the split in Kenya Kwanza widens. So as Kenyans, we can only pray for the split between Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua to widens, because as it widens, Kenyans can at least get some services from Ruto's government, in that William Ruto can now start delivering to please Kenyans. And now to these ones who are supporting him, these ones who have been in the opposition, I consider them very greedy politicians who are politically inexperienced and naive. If you see an opposition governor, somebody like Fernandez Barasa, who was elected when residents of Kakamega knew was going to be in the opposition, swearing that Kakamega must be in the government, I see that as a politician who just trying to tell residents of Kakamega that they made a mistake electing an opposition candidate. Because when Kakamega went for the gubernatorial election, already William Ruto had been declared the president. There was the government's candidate, Malala, and then there was the opposition's candidate, Barasa. But Kakamega residents chose to vote for him, knowing fully well he was in the opposition. So these Azimio leaders supporting the government, all disparate to be seen, to be warming to the government, I'm seeing they are making a serious political blunder on the ground, and it's just a matter of time before the ground becomes very hostile to them. And going on what we are witnessing on the ground, and with William Ruto's failures, any person supporting William Ruto might not make it come 2027. So a smart politician, a politician who still has future political ambitions, should stay away from supporting Ruto. And that's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. The ground is very hostile to Ruto. And the more they continue supporting Ruto, Ruto continues implementing very unpopular policies, policies that are just making Ruto more unpopular, and to a larger extent, those supporting him more and more unpopular. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.